Welcome back to part 2 of BratOk versus the little one. I forgot to mention this is one of the new maps for the StarCraft. If you guys are watching the beta videos, there's only a handful of maps, I think 4 or 5 or so, maybe 6. But they've added some new ones. They're actually kind of a similar ground layout to this one. But they're pretty cool. The other one is really short, which makes it pretty interesting games. A lot of rushes, a lot of kind of cheese, if you would. But so we have the TLO going for his third expansion down here. So his economy will be booming. And of course, BratOk cannot expand because TLO blocked his expansion with the creep. Pretty good move there, delaying that for quite a bit. And the tumors are going all over the map, not just straight to his base, but everywhere. And so many mutas right now. Let's see, we have, looks like 11 or 10 mutas right now, flying around, looking for something to shoot. They're going to hang out over here at the top. So they are making the move in right now. And this one turret will not be able to defend against 10 mutas, that is for sure. So this will do some economic damage pretty badly here. And BratOk's army is again going to be out of position. And this turret is going down so fast. And he is not moving his SCVs. A lot of SCVs are going to go down right now. So much damage. All these SCVs are going to go down if they don't move. Oh, he lost about half, maybe more of those SCVs mining at this base. That is a really good attack by, excuse me, the little one. Lots of damage. And now his army is inside of his base to fight back. But there are so many mutas here. And this map is great for flying units here because it's hard to get from your expansion to your other expansion right here. And the mutas can fly back and forth and just harass like crazy. Meanwhile, these creep tumors are going everywhere. Even on all the expansions, this whole map's going to be covered in creep very soon. And now we see a whole lot of infestors here from TLO. This is pretty crazy. 7 infestors. And if he gets 8 infestors, if he gets a good fungal growth off, that'll be a lot of trouble for BratOk. Income here, still very even. TLO's third base, just getting up. Coming back in with his mutas. But now there are 2 turrets coming in and out, and he's gonna get hurt there, losing quite a few mutas. And of course, BratOk bringing back his army in. But his main base is not defended with any turrets, and he's going to go straight for this orbital command, trying to prevent another expansion. He's got to watch out here, losing so many of his mutalisks. This is so bad. Down to about 5, right? So he lost half his mutalisks here, and he will keep losing them if he's not more careful with his units. Oh, and look, you're going for a 4th expansion, this time the high yield, which is pretty easy to defend because it's right next to your base. Either side of your ramp, it's pretty good. You keep your army out in front and you're pretty safe. Moving out with his infestors. How many does he have now? Let's see if I can click on these guys. Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 9. And fungal growth going off. A whole bunch of fungal growth and a stem. That's not going to help too much with the fungal growth. And he walks away with his infestors. Good idea. Let that fungal growth take effect. And more. Oh, this whole army is getting taken out with fungal growth. Losing so many units. Those are such good fungal growths. And then the Zerglings come in to clean this up. They are everywhere. That's so hard to deal with as a Terran with the ground bio army because that fungal growth just destroys your units. Those Marines are helpless, coming in with the roaches now to clean everything up. Zerglings are gone. Bringing those Hellions. You gotta be careful with these infestors. Only got 2 left, and spawns a whole bunch of infested Terran. How awesome is that? You don't see that used very often. Infested Terran are almost a joke. People hate them, but they do their job. You got a few shooting units. Why not? Down to, I think, 1 infestor with 11 HP. But he forces orbital command to lift off, preventing that expansion. Meanwhile, the little one is on 4 bases, 1 being high yield. Look at that income. 1,300 right now. That is pretty crazy. And, of course, getting his upgrades and the neural parasite. Good idea. Let's see. There are no really factory units, so the neural parasite won't come in too handy because you can't take over any Thors or anything like that. And his gold expansion, the high yield expansion, is getting up and running. We'll be seeing a pretty big income boost right now. He's doing pretty good. BratOk is staying somewhat even thanks to those mules, but he is starting to get mined out in his main. Only down to 3 nodes and about 400 on that one. Yeah, 100 on that one. He's not doing good. He needs to expand quickly, otherwise this game will be in TLO's hands. Because with his high yield and his other bases, he's doing fine. And let's see, we had an attack here. It looks like he was going for the extractor. Didn't do too much damage. May have taken out a few probes. Sorry for missing that. But the mutas will clean that up, no problem. I'm waiting to see if TLO decides to just take every node on this map, because he's in a position to do so. BratOk is stuck in his base. He doesn't have that much of an army right now. And of course, trying to bring down his orbital command one more time to start mining, and he needs to do this. He needs to get this money, because yeah, he is just about done in his main. So time to move out. Clearing out a few more of these creep tumors, good idea. You don't want that right against your base. That gives the Zerg way too much mobility. So yeah, we can see he's got 6 barracks. He's just committed to this bio ground build right now. Let's see what the little one has right now. The little one has a lot of Zerglings and just a couple of mutas. So his anti-air right now is pretty low. So I'm kind of surprised that BratOk is not transitioning to more of an air build, because he can't be attacked in the air quite as easily. Or maybe even just some Vikings so they can attack the mutas and then land in some mineral lines and take out some of those drones. Oh, and the Ultralisks are out. Look at this. I love these guys. These are huge, and they do so much damage again against this ground bio army, because they do a cleave, which hits all the units around them, which can be bad. And Fester's getting more fungal growth down. He's going to get another one off. Yes, he does. These units will go down. That fungal growth is working so well. And he has the burrow, so he can just hide down there in the meantime. So yeah, again, this bio army fungal growth. And here he comes, moving out with his Ultralisks and Zerglings. Going for a pincer attack, it seems he's prepared on 2 sides. And he's moving in, trying to get this army to move out of position. And the Zerglings come in, but there's Hellions in the mix, taking out the Zerglings so quickly. And you can see these Ultralisks cleaving all these units. They're going down so fast. But they get taken out thanks to that stem, and of course these Marauders. One more coming in, a little bit late there, but taking out a few more units, just for the heck of it. Check out the army tab here. And now BratOk is in the lead with his army, and if he wants to move out, he can do some damage himself. But with 4 hatcheries, the little one can build his army back up pretty quickly, making 5 more Ultralisks, and he has some Corruptors on the way, so we may see some Broodlords again against this ground army. Oh, another a Plague going off there against more units. This is great play by the little one. He's controlled the map this whole game. And keep in mind, wherever you see these creep tumors, the little one can see what's going on there. So he knows what's going on. Oh, but this poor infestor. Oh, it gets sniped. Trying to get away. Didn't quite make it. Coming with a Zergling rush. Oh, right in the base. There are no units there to stop it. But he needs... Oh, there are no SCVs up there. He should have just come down here and taken these SCVs. Got a few Zerglings in the base. I think cleaning up a couple of these ones mining gas. He's got about, let's see, only 6 Zerglings over there. Not too bad. But SCVs can fight back pretty well against Zerglings. But they kind of block themselves there, so that's helping the Zerglings out quite a bit. So not too much damage with that, but he did quite a bit. He killed a few of those SCVs. And he's ahead right now, as is. So, you know, for him, killing a few SCVs is a pretty good job. Because as you can see, BratOk is getting mined out in his expansion, one of his expansions right now. And of course, TLO doing what he should be doing, because he's obviously an awesome player, taking another expansion. So take this one that's kind of in the middle between one of the other mains instead of one of... I guess that's fine. Never mind, either way, we're doing the same thing. These are easier to take, I guess. Easier to guard when they're near your other bases. But now we see quite the big army over here from BratOk. A lot of Marines and Marauders, and we got a few medics here, the new MM and M. And of course, just still sticking to this barracks build, this heavy barracks build. And this works well, but if we see any Broodlords out, that could be trouble. And here come a whole bunch of Ultralisks. This would be bad. Moving back into his base, use that ramp to kind of protect himself. Make it hard for the Ultralisks to get any kind of surround or do that much damage. And plenty of medics to heal. And yes, the Broodlords are out. And the Ultras are getting in there. Oh, so much damage. That cleave is taking them out. Snipes going off. You can hear those, but not quite enough. He still has all of these Ultralisks. And BratOk just pulling back, but he's losing all these Marines. And not much to do right now that he can do. You're trying to lure, aren't you? Oh, that's my buddy. Sorry about that. Yeah, anyways, yeah, so again, we're at the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to take a break here. We'll be right back for the conclusion of this video.